Welcome everyone. In this video we are going to use the Titania tool Nipper Studio to configure the PaloAlto that I have configured in my scenario. So what this tool does is this basically scan the firewall for identifying vulnerabilities or the configuration related misconfigurations, so that our firewall can stay secure and compliant. So Titanium has built one product, Nipper Studio. It's a license based, so you need to purchase it. It cost is mentioned in the website. You can go and check it out. Now another thing is, this is the tool that we are going to use to audit my firewall remotely. Guys, remotely we are doing, and this is my firewall running at the backend. Now I'll show you the topology first, so you have an idea that how I am remotely doing the review. So I'll go my topology. This is my topology. Here is a firewall running the PaloAlto. You can see the PaloAlto is, here is a command line. I'm running this on EVENG. Okay, so this is my firewall. Okay, here I have remotely login. So this is a test environment that I have created for this, and I have connected this interface to my router, where in which my main machines is also connecting. So this is my main machine. Okay, and not this one. This is my main machines, in which I'm using the VMware, and under the VMware I'm running my software, which is known as EVENG. And under EVENG I have created this topology. I have placed all the firewall PaloAlto, the switches, my systems and servers and routers. So now connectivity. Let's talk about the connectivity, how I am able to reach, from where I am reaching to the firewall. So I am basically here. I'm in my main, I connected with my router, and you can see the few things I have done to reach to the firewall is I allow the external interface to ping and access through the HTTPS. What does it mean? Let's ping from my base machine or my main machine to this interface 192.168.1.48. I'm able to ping. Yes. Now I'll show you why I'm able to ping. Before that, I'll show you one more thing. Let me go to the page and try to access my 192.168.1.48. Okay, see, I'm able to reach to this firewall. Okay, it means that on this interface I have intentionally allowed this protocols so that I can access the firewall, and also I can access, connect my Nipper Studio to the PaloAlto firewall. Don't do this in the production environment. First thing, this is just to show you that how Nipper Studio scan remotely the PaloAlto firewall. Okay, so let's go inside the firewall and check what are the changes we have done to reach to the PaloAlto firewall from the public interface. Okay, what you need to do is you need to go to the management interface. So I'll go to my network, and once you're inside, go to the network, then go to select this interface management. Here I have created multiple profiles for LAN, WAN and DMZ. Go to the WAN profile. I've already completed this one and post some articles or tutorials there. I'll share the links with you. You can check it out there. So the only change I have done is I have allowed the access from HTTP and HTTPS protocol. I hope you have a basic understand what is HTTP and HTTPS. So once you click OK and commit the changes. I have already committed it, that's why I'm able to access. So once you did it, now you know that I'm able to access through my main system also. Let me log in and show you that this is working fine. Okay, perfect. This is working fine now. So what I'm going to do after this is I'll go to the Nipper Studio. So Nipper Studio is here. Let me close my earlier sessions. I'll click here, and here the Nipper Studio open. Let me maximize it. Now click on new report. Now once you click on new report, click on add network. Now give the PaloAlto firewall, whatever the firewall you are scanning. Right now I'm scanning PaloAlto firewall. What versions you are scanning? It supports 4x to 8 plus 1x, 8.1 plus firewalls. Okay, great. Now what will be your host address? So as per my diagram, my host address is 192.168.1.48 to reach to this PaloAlto firewall, because I'm coming from internet side. Okay, I'm not inside the LAN zone, I'm not sitting inside the DMZ zone, or I'm not in the management zone. So I'm coming from the WAN zone. Okay, so let's go back and enter the IP 192.168. What's the IP? 1.48, right? Let me check one more time. 1.48, yes. 1.48. And what is the username? Username is admin and password is PaloAlto. I have changed it. So now the password is PaloAlto. By default, username is admin and password is admin. Make sure that you don't use these types of default passwords. You should have some different names as per the corporate policies or the any company or organization policies. Okay, now let's talk about the protocol, that what protocol we are going to use to reach to my firewall. I can access through HTTP also and HTTPS also. Depends what exactly you have allowed in your firewall profiles. I have allowed both. I can access from both the protocols, but let me come through 443 protocol, that is HTTPS, and this is the request, that timeout request. Now there is no such proxy I required, so I don't need to enter any proxy server. If you are in the corporates or any inside any organizations where there is a proxy service implemented, you need to enter the IP, then only you can reach to the PaloAlto firewalls. So then this settings required. Okay, let's click on add. There it shows some valid host certificate related issue. Ignore it, and then it tried to connect to your PaloAlto. Once it connect, it show here the PaloAlto. Now click next. Now it will ask you about the what type of test you want to do, like security audit. It do the best practices, it perform these types of checks, it covered our snmp time, lot of things in the report. There is also another thing is you can follow the CIS benchmark. Here there is another benchmark options also, so you can select here vulnerability audit. It check is there any vulnerability in the firewall or any other third party related vulnerabilities. Now CIS benchmark, either you go to the CIS benchmark website and download the PaloAlto best practices guide, or you can check here, this make your audit more automated. It generate a lot of false positive, but Nipper says that this is a tool, their modeling reduces false positive and identify exact fixes. Let's see how false positive this tool gives. There are other things like STIG compliances, SANS policy compliances. I don't need right now. No PCI audit, you can do it. Filtering complexity also you can do it. And currently this is just it's like just now we have configured a PaloAlto, so nothing is configured till now. So only one rule I guess, because one rule I have used to reach to the internet. I'll show you what I'm talking about, then only you will understand in a better way. So I'll go to the policies, I'll go to the security. This rules I have created LAN to WAN. What it says that from zone LAN, PaloAlto is a zone based firewall first of all, and to reach from LAN to WAN zone, this is a policy. This is an inter-zone policy, and with this rule only my test PC, which is my LAN PC. I'll show you in the diagram. This is my LAN PC can reach to the internet. Let me show you. Okay, here it is. This is my Windows LAN PC, and let me open one browser and ping 8888. I'll select one public Google DNS server. Okay, I'm able to reach to public because I have already enabled I have only commit the policies. Another thing is I can access any website like gullynetworkers.com, our own website. I hope you like this video because I have done really hard work on this, and it's a good, you can share with your friends. A lot of configurations and a lot of topology we are creating day by day. So this is how now you can see that I'm able to reach to internet. So I have one rule also there. Now I'll add this raw configurations. Okay, that's it. Let's click next. You can click next. Now your report is creating. Once this is done, your report is going to prepare and you will see all your reports within a second. Hardly take 10 seconds to generate a report, so it make your work more easier. Now click finish, and here is your audit report. Now this is so it shows that your report, what date, and uh, what are the practices they use to audit this PaloAlto firewall, your audit report benchmark. Okay, and this was the scope. If you mention more devices, then it will show more devices here, and here it is, shows the PAN-OS, PaloAlto OS 8.1.0 is my version. Now this is the audit summary. It shows audit summary like this with diagrams, and nothing to hide here because this is just a test PaloAlto instance that I have created, virtual instance that I have created, just to show you that how Nipper Studio works. And the vulnerability findings, what sales benchmark says, and this is the content of the report. You can click here any of the links and you can directly go to that section. Then vulnerability audit, it all shows all the CVs, conclusion, recommendations, benchmark, then your configuration reports, then raw configurations. What does this raw configuration do? Okay, this raw configuration shows the XML files, the candidate or running config files are there in Palo Alto. I hope you have an idea. All those people, administrator or engineer for Palo Alto knows about it. So these are the XML file. Now let's go back to the audit. Now let's see, let me click here. It shows long session timeout. There is no session timeout, I know that. Okay, now you can see that session timeout is set to 60 minutes and all. Filter rule allow packet from any source to any destinations. Okay, I know that because I have, this is just a test environment, so I have not bothered about any rules, filter rules here. You can see when you configure a rule in Palo Alto Firewall, when you go to the policy, source is LAN zone and destination is any, right? And WAN zone destination is any, and any services, any application URLs I have selected just to reach to the internet currently. But when you are configuring firewall in the organization or any company or any corporate environments, we don't do that like this way, right? So this firewall just to show you that how it shows the vulnerability or how it shows the misconfigurations that usually any auditor will come and identify and tell you, like this is the finding that I have found that it needs to be fixed because this can give more privilege to any attacker. It shows here like findings. Now how this report look like. It shows the heading first, then which is the affected device, then the finding details. Okay, and here on the right hand side it shows the rating, that this is a medium rating. Now why they give the medium rating? Because of impact. Now if filtering network rules are not configured to restrict access to network services, you can see that a lot of unauthorized access related things are mentioned. No, so then gives more privilege to any unauthorized attacker to, you know, reach from one zone to another. So better to, have a proper filtering rule. Now ease is like how easy for an attacker to move it, to access the network services when you configure this type of very weak rules, filtering rules. Now recommendations like this, you can read it, right? Okay, now user account name contain admin. Now some will use these things are very basic things that everyone should know, and nowadays people are more aware of it, although they are not using it. But if you don't know, and this is first time that you are seeing this type of audit, then this is I thought very useful information for you. Now, so this is more all the issues related to firewall, you can find it here. I'll show you only the content so that you have an idea what this report will contain. So long session timeout, rules related issue, now account username related issue, BGP related issues, like for more protection for the BGP, and restrictions related issue. Syslog is not enabled. No, we are not bothered about any logs right now because there is no syslog server currently, no syslog or theme server. Okay, NTP is not configured, I guess that's why this issue is reflecting here. Then there is no policy set, that's why it's coming here. No banners, no pre, post or MOTD banners are done here. And this shows vulnerability audit. Let's click here. It shows that this versions. Now it says that memory corruption in PanOS 7.1.24, but I'm using 8.1.0. Then why it is reflecting here? Because this also says that this versions of PanOS is also vulnerable. So make sure that you properly install patches in your firewall time to time, and get free from all these high vulnerabilities that is reflecting here. Okay, I hope you have an idea now. Let me see what other things we found. Now configuration report, basic information, network services. This is also important sections of this tool, and show you the, if I am right, it show you the settings like basic information, what name of the firewall is, the device, and what PanOS version you have. Now what services you are running. It show the status with protocols and port numbers, like telnet service disable, SSH port 22, HTTP 80.443, SNMP runs on 161 UDP protocols. So all the TCP and UDP protocols with port numbers mentioned here. So the more service you run, the more service details you will find it here. So it makes your work easier. It look like it make your work very easy. And authentication related issues, though there is nothing, there is no user policy settings, there is local users, so there is no authentication from any TechAx or radio servers. Currently there are two users, admin and Vivek, that's my name, and no password. Actually it's like local users which I created in the firewalls. Do you want to see from where we have created? Let's go to the firewall and go to the device, and here is the administrator, admin and Vivek. So here we have created the firewall user, that's why it is coming in the report, because it's not a good practice to create a local user account. Better to have a centralized authentication server from where you can use TechAx and Radius to authenticate your users. That's more a better way. Okay, now the console port is enabled. The service connection timeout set to 60 minutes. That's a too much of huge time. Then the telnet services, okay, it shows it is disabled, but there is an option from where you can enable. Okay, SSH, you know all this, right? I hope you have an idea. Now web-based services, okay, ATN 443 is open. This is HTTP related. Secure web is enabled. Okay, now Snmp settings, message logging, syslogging. Okay, now okay, here are the interfaces details are also there. So it shows all the layer 3 interfaces which we have created on the interfaces. Lot of informations are here, and if you want to know more about your firewall, you can use this tool, and it's a good tool. Once you know more about your firewall, then it's very good. NTP, PaloAlto systems. This is the raw configurations that I have already shown you earlier. That is also another good thing. Okay, now what else we have? Little bit of appendix. Now it shows the message types of OSPF. There is no need, but this appendix shows here so that you have more idea about your firewall, what services you are running. I think this is the logging levels are shown here from 0 to 7, and these are the time zone details. All these things you will find in the report. And if you want information from what exactly that keyword means, then you can use these types of appendix which can help you. Now okay, let me end this and I'll show you the last thing, that you can save your report in different formats: ASCII, filtering, baselines, HTML, LaTeX, PDF, in CSV also, HTML, summary also you can take it out. You can save to the SQL table and all format. Let me select all format, and let me create new folder and name it PaloAlto. Let me save report. Oh, I mentioned the wrong spelling of report. No. Okay, let's go back and select a device built to filter baseline from. Okay, and few minutes it will take, and then you will find the report. Till then I'll pause the video. Okay, I'll show you another thing if it will work. It takes few minutes, maybe 1 minute actually. Then okay, then I'll resume the video. Okay, I think it's completed. Let me go back to the desktop and go to the PaloAlto, and here you can see all the reports in XML, it's Excel file, and here is your HTML, your report. Open with Google Chrome, and here you can see your HTML report. Let me open this text file. In the text format also you will find your report. Okay, and PDF is also there, you can check it out, the PDF. Okay, now what else we have? XML report, no XML, it's a Excel report, so on the CSV format. So this is the Snmp Studio, and this is how you can audit your firewall. This is just a demo that I have created, or a test environment I have created to show you how Snmp Studio with the license tool you can audit. So this is how this thing work. I hope you will like it, and please share with your friends and share this information with everyone. Thank you.